April 10th, 2021, Utah, 8 p.m., Saturday. I learned a thing or two from the steady camera person out there in Pennsylvania, but boy, do I miss her. On scripted video, I didn't think I'd say that. Boy, do I miss her. I miss that wonderful soul. Okay, well, it's true, I'm back. I looked like I was going to give birth there at Harvard Square. I was so bloated. So, once again, I kind of want to stay on this platform, so I'm going to do my best. I got a lot to say, obviously, because I was really went over flyover country. And I don't know, next time I might drive. I just want to thank the people that donated because, you know, I raised about $500 for the trip. If it wasn't for the camera girl, I couldn't have made it, okay? I didn't. She's, anyway, people like their privacy. Attila lost his job for speaking out. Lost his job. Attila, gone. Let's look at some scenery here before the sun sets, okay? Beautiful mountains there. I'm just... Goes a truck up the hill in the Woodland Hills. Nice homes up there. Sunset. I think that's called West Mountain over there. Yeah, we're gonna have some good stuff here. I'm really glad I went on that trip. You know, I went to Vegas. That was my first trip in a year. Because this lockdown stuff and tracing and all this kind of stuff, you kind of worry about it. But I am so grateful to God and everybody. It's all plowed and ready to plant down there. Maybe it's even planted. You know, I almost lived a lifetime of experiences in my 9 days out there, flying in Newark and flying out. It's like a total nightmare to fly out of there. Must have been 2,000 people in line. Makes me just want to drive back there next time. Oh my gosh. And I guess I'm surprised at people's different perceptions of what's going on. I guess I am. We are crazy, aren't we? We are crazy. Crazy smart. I remember one time I did a video and I put it up and oh, look at all the deer down there. And I put up the video and the guy said, MOT, do you know Super Bowl Sunday? I didn't know. I didn't know Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't know it was playing Super Bowl. And now, kind of for social reasons, I'll find out who's in the Super Bowl. No offense to you football fans, but of course, a lot of you aren't fans anymore. But I'd rather study truth than watch football. Look. Look at all those deer down there. It's a big world. Out here, I don't know what I'd call them. Look at them. Out there, they're white-tailed deer. And there's a bunch of elk up here. Oh my gosh, look at over there. Look at this. See them over there? I saw a bunch of deer out there. You know what? I even saw a groundhog and a woodpecker. Actually, I didn't see the woodpecker, but I heard them. And I've always wondered why they don't get headaches, severe headaches. Look at all these deer. Yeah. A long time ago, I had a really nice piece of property, and I'd see like 80 deer on it. That's gone. But you know, folks, God's in on this. And a lot of the patriots know that. But you have to have an unusual faith in God, because you don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. Let's talk about the trip a little bit. I wasn't in good condition. I really thought I didn't feel good when I went to Harvard Square, but I'm going to make it. You know, like my dad taught me. If you're in a race, you break your leg before the finish line, you crawl over the finish line. And once again, camera girl, if it wasn't for her, she drove all the way from the boondocks of Pennsylvania to Harvard. And I'm thinking, okay, it's just a little short trip, boom. But anyway, it was amazing that she did that. I'm just completely blown away. Let me think, I got some visitors. They're getting their mail, so I'm gonna just keep filming here, but sometimes that happens, you get distracted. Anyway, if it wasn't for camera girl, the trip wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have gone to Harvard. She drove all over the place, and it's not like here. You get on a nice freeway, you know, and you turn right to go to Salt Lake City, and you turn left to go to San Francisco. So I think nothing of driving 800 miles. But out there, man, you're driving through towns that are like 300 years old and stuff like that. It's just amazing. So let's get back to my visit to Harvard Square. Oh, this is so cute. The deer walking across the ridge. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, and once again, all this stuff is happening. Let's see. I'll show the flags afterwards. Here, I'm going to show you what's going on, okay? All this stuff is happening because of this guy, at least for me, in the last few months. Because of Juan O Savin. And that happened to me because of Field McConnell. Because that brave man would speak for 9 hours a week about truth. You talk about truth bombs. Oh my gosh. There's a video on YouTube of Field flying upside down 13 feet above the ground. Look it up on YouTube. So anyway, a lot of people watch Field, or watch them. You know, I think we should have a Field party, put on wigs and dance and pink tutus. Yeah, I heard a rumor, I saw it. I was checking out the comments in Michael Jaco and Robert Steele about that maybe Juan gets to see Field, which is great. Because I remember those two guys talking. Never forget it, actually. So, this guy right here, I was already, I've been posting for 13 years. Oh, just a quick. I can't believe the way I was interrupting Attila. He is like 100 times smarter than me and all that stuff. And I was so nervous about getting kicked off. You could tell I'm trying to, don't talk about this. I kind of felt like I was overboard. I kind of can't wait until freedom of speech is everywhere, and including on communicating with you folks out there in across the world. But I am grateful for the communications I've been able to have, and I'm grateful once again for this man. Now, I suggest everybody go watch the video in Philadelphia, because I got there late. I thought, at Harvard Square there was like 10 of us. I thought there'd be like 30 in Philadelphia. There were 2 and then one more, 3. I was surprised. But there was a huge line to get in and see the Liberty Bell. I thought it was just going to be a bell outside. My ignorance is kind of horrible on this stuff. And I'd walk up to and I'd meet like 20 subs there. Well, there's like 300 people in line, everyone with a mask on. And so Beth Ann and camera girl and secret camera girl number 2, we're all hanging out there. And we're the only people without masks. It's like really kind of weird to me. Because around here, hardly anybody wears masks. They don't. Even the people working at stores don't wear them. And the liberation has already hit here. But man, it sure hasn't hit Philadelphia. That's why when Attila showed up with the flag, I was just loving it. That's a great video with Attila and the comms that guy dropped. Attila dropped. I mean, God's got to be directing this, and he's above Mnuchin as a director. Okay, that was amazing what he taught. Okay, let's get to the messages. Go back and watch the video in Philly, because this lady right here, in some ways, I think she was the highlight of the trip, aside from Camera Girl. Okay, so Beth Ann's passionate speech there by the Liberty Bell, gotta watch it. I'm surprised it doesn't have, 150,000 hits. It should. Patriot woman on fire. And she loves that guy. She almost broke down when she's talking about him. Okay, and look what she gave me. Beth Ann gave me this. His angels will guard you in all your ways. Thanks, Beth Ann. Okay, I wanted to write down some things. So Harvard Square. I show up at Harvard Square, Now I'm sure that guy's, because the Kennedys are around Harvard, I didn't get in any trouble. And it was amazing, folks. Yeah, I graduated in '89, across the river, the Harvard Business School. And then look, I got a Pennsylvania shirt that some wonderful person gave me. And I got a little angel protecting me that Beth Ann gave me. God bless you, Beth Ann. Because my birthday was April 4th. Quite a day for a birthday. So at Harvard Square, I didn't know. Lynn thought that Jerry would show up. I didn't know, but when I saw him, he's like I know I'm on YouTube, but Jerry's just so infectious and enthusiastic. And the other day when he explained things about the Catholic Church, he did it in a masterful way. I thought, wow, it's a very sensitive subject and a brutal subject, but Jerry Foley, amazing how he explained it. Amazing. A lot of deer out. They come out at night, so you got to be careful, like you do back there about, driving. So Jerry shows up, and then the other people, Jim's there with his gang, his crew, and Donor Woman. I'm going to call her Donor Woman. I forget her name because sometimes I'm really bad with names. She donated $50 the day before. And when you go out there, you spend $400 on your flight, and the $50 is a big deal. Okay, $10 is a big deal, because I don't want to go work. Sure, I could probably get a job doing something, saying, yeah, buy gold and silver. I could sell a lot of gold and silver, because the fundamentals, not the technicals, the fundamentals are going to come through, and silver will skyrocket. It's imminent. But Donor Woman, I gave her a hug, and that big smile. She, when people donate like that to me, and I'm looking, because I got when I was on that whole trip, I got like 4 donations. And you'd think you'd get more, because you're freaking going way out there. But I understand, because I've looked at a lot of channels, and I don't donate, especially if I think they're, I don't. Now with Jim, Earth Changes Guy, I did on that one. And then Nino, I gave a shout out. I think I sent him a tiny bit of money, which was donated to me. Back to Harvard Square. When Jerry Foley was there, and the intro is from Jerry Foley. What can I say? What better way to have Jerry Foley, Jerry, yeah. I can't do it. Lynn can imitate, other people can imitate him. But he did the intro at Harvard Square, a Boston guy. I found him at Boston. So I was thrilled with that. And then Jim and his gang and Donor Woman and Lynn, who's super articulate. That video was amazing. And then everybody doing the shout out, all spontaneous. And you folks, I got to tell you something, okay? I got to tell you, it's sacred. So we're there, and at the end, it wasn't filmed, Jerry Foley did a prayer, which was absolutely beautiful. And also, after the video, we went down to Dunkin' Donuts. And Jim bought us all a coffee. We could have donuts, just pure love. And we're sitting down there excited and talking, unfettered talking. And it just, we were down there for an hour. And then, we're kind of noticing the cops because we're back in the old days, the outlaws wore the masks. And now it's the outlaws that don't wear the masks. Think about that one. It just came to me. So we're down there talking. The cops don't bust us. We go up on top, and we kept talking. We had a prayer, and the cops don't bust us. We have the Jesus cap. And then, a student comes over that's involved in, like, leader of the Republican Club. Anyway, what an experience. Then we got to jump back in the car, and Camera Girl drives hundreds of miles. Again. Well, what do you know? The wind's coming up. Camera Girl's a very spiritual woman. Because when we were filming there at Washington Crossing, which I'm so glad I went to with her, she wanted the Betsy Ross flag to fly, and it flew right when she wanted it to fly. Look. Yep. But what kind of is unbelievable to me, why don't more people know this? I guess it's your sources of information. But I'm sure that he knows about this. I'm sure. And so, to me, there's a direct correlation between the man up there and these two men right here. Thanks, wind. Here we go. Okay, back to the thanks, boy. I can still read. Beth Ann, boom, Juan is unbelievable. And people will cut him down sometimes, and I don't, it's like, it's kind of like if somebody was working with Jesus Christ directly and you cut him down. And this guy hasn't denied Christ 3 times. I don't think he would. I think he'd rather take a bullet. Okay, Jim from New Hampshire. Look at the video. The light in his eyes just beams out. The light and love, and his gang that he brought with him, his folks. Camera Girl, okay. She's a game changer. She's a life changer. Camera Girl, unbelievable. If it wouldn't, it wouldn't have happened. And then, we're driving in Philadelphia at night, and I tell you, folks, Philadelphia at night is, we're going, and we're in kind of a rough area. And the on-ramp, I swear, is like from here to that rock. So Camera Girl's in a car. It's not a big car. It's a good car. And semis are going 60 miles an hour, like right there. And we're getting on this freeway with an on-ramp that's seriously, it's like 50 feet long. Anyway, by the grace of God, we're still alive. He watched over us. Donor woman, the one, God bless her. She's so wonderful. Gave her a hug at the beginning. She's so great. Attila the Hun, sorry, I got to say that sometime. He helped make the trip. When we pulled out that flag in Philly, was that not amazing? Because, I wasn't going to take these. I'm sure they'd get confiscated or something might happen. But he brings the flag. So we flew it there, major thing. I got that. He's alive for sure. And this guy's alive too, for sure. And that's the ticket, for sure. And Attila said it right there. So there's so much comms in those videos if you just watch them. The Beth Ann one, anytime Attila's in it. And so I'm just grateful to be back safely. But what a wonderful experience to be back there. God was watching over us the whole time. Unbelievable. What a blessing. It's different out here. A lot slower pace. And I'm so glad I went out there. When we were walking around the Washington, where he crossed the Delaware, you could just feel it. And yeah, I'm going to say this. I don't know a lot of patriots here, but I think we should, okay, patriots out here, we should have a meeting. So if you're out here, please leave a comment and say whether you want to meet in Payson or Spanish Fork. I'm not a big fan of going past Point of the Mountain. And it's fun to get together. There's power in it. Look at the Harvard Yard video. Look at the Philadelphia videos. Look at the one at the shipyard with Attila. There's this power when we get together. Okay. I'm going to wrap up this video and post it. Keep America great. Trump. This is my best flag. It's high quality. Made in the USA. Look at this flag here. Promises made. Promises kept. And that is true of the chosen one. Our president, Donald John Trump. He's teaching everybody, and the White Hat, they're teaching everybody. The more you study it, the more you're in tune with Heavenly Father, the more clear it is. And I try to understand why people don't get it, but it's so obvo to me. And it's so obvo to Camera Girl. And it's so obvo to Beth Ann and Attila. And so it's just great to be around those people because you're not constantly arguing. Well, we'll come back in 2024. Trump won the election fair and square. The proof is coming out. The people that hurt little children have been getting busted since Trump signed that order and came into office. If you don't know that, that's your fault. But I love hanging around the people that do know it, that know what's really going on, that know this man is like a founding father, okay? His fortune, his life, his liberty, he put everything on the line for us. I got a Patriot friend, Tom, here in Payson, and he's got the one of Trump. It's not me they're after. It's you. That's right. President Trump and his family and the White Hats and us. We're not there, with the big high profile thing. But every one of us that believe in the truth and we go through, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. You can't work here. You got to get this, you got to get that. You have to stand for truth, even if you're alone in it. I've been alone for a long time in it, okay? That's why I started my channel 13 years ago. But I'm not alone anymore. And I met patriots in person, people that I love, they love me. The love at Harvard Square was off the charts. I feel bad for anybody that missed it if you live within 8 hours of there. It was amazing. Pennsylvania, amazing. So I think we should have a get together here, because I tell you, man, I like the East Coast. I like it here too, okay? But the depth of the patriots that walk on the soil where the blood of the founding fathers were shed, the patriotism they feel is inexplicable. I don't think us Westerners get it. At least I didn't get it. Washington slept in that house. I want to go back there and spend a lot of time at Independence Hall and everything. It was kind of a rush trip, but I'll get back to it. I don't know if I want to fly, though. I'm not into the cattle scene at all. Everybody on the trip that showed up, thank you so much. Everybody that supports us from around the world that couldn't make it there, thank you guys. The donors that donated, thanks. And Camera Girl says, Brent, you got to talk about it. But I'm just kind of like very loath to say it. But yeah, the donations help. And the truck, I'm going to make the truck payment. I know it's crazy, but it'd be kind of a bummer to lose it. It's, I had a 4-month grace, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I think, yeah, I've got about, I'm going to make the payment. I was thinking maybe Nassar would kick in and that would be good to go, but it hasn't just yet. But that's imminent too. The whole financial system, the whole new financial system they're taking down the cabal, the Federal Reserve, and like even the first and second bank of the United States, Jackson wiped them out. They were bad banks. The economic history I haven't talked a lot about, but we can get into that. I miss the East Coast. I'm grateful I had a safe trip. God was watching over it. I don't want to think about it too much. I love those people out there. I love them. I love them. I love the movement. Okay. By the way, folks, you know it's already happened, but there's people that actually don't know it's happened. It's hard to believe. Sometimes I don't think 3%. You know, I want to give a shout out to Maria and her wonderful husband. They bought us dinner, which is very nice after a long drive. Very good food. Piccolos in New Hope. Thanks, Maria and Ben. Wonderful people. Very hospitable and very nice people. She's Miss Constitution. I've never seen so many pocket constitutions in my life. She has like thousands of them. Anyway, watch for her. She's spreading the word about the Constitution from New Hope, Pennsylvania. Okay. Bueno. Oh, that's right. I think I had another note down there. Look at this word. It's called Boricua, I think. It has an origin in Puerto Rico. So, Boricua, shout out to somebody from Brooklyn, New York City. It was so fun to get texts and stuff from people all over the place. Some guys just cracked me up. Hey, Brent, could you come up here half an hour and I'll buy you a coffee? And, you know, I'm thinking, you know, I would. It just, you know, kind of didn't fit the thing. Running fast and running hard. Camera girl, thank you. Thank you. God bless you and everybody else out there. It's real, folks. Like Juan says, we'll be teaching people. We'll be teaching people. It's real. God bless the USA. I'm going to get all my Trump flags on and play Lee Greenwood and other stuff and do it. God bless America. Good night, folks. I love you.